Hey, what's happening, my fearless networking friend? Todd Falcone here. Welcome back to another episode in this Mastery of Prospecting series. I'm so glad that you're plugged in here. If you're wondering what am I talking about and you're just plugging in, this is your first one. If you go to toddfalcone.com, very top of the page, you click on videos/blog. You will see all of the posts I've ever done. But when you see Prospecting Mastery in front of it, you know you can back up and you go all the way to the very, very first one and catch up. I'm doing this huge series on this very important subject matter of recruiting and prospecting and network marketing to help people understand how to get their skills dialed in, how to really get a grip on what we do and do it well in network marketing and direct selling. So before I did this, before I came up with this concept or this idea for this particular episode, I was thinking, okay, can I come up with a better way of phrasing it? And I was like, screw it, I'm just going to go with the phrase, which is this: marry the process, divorce the result. The reason I was struggling with it is like, I don't know. I mean, I've been married. I just celebrated my 25th wedding anniversary. I think it's a beautiful thing to be married for that long. And I don't know. So marry the process, divorce the result. Why is this important when it comes to the achievement of or the improvement of your skill set in this business? Well, a lot of times most of the time, in fact, people become emotionally attached to the outcome. Like, for example, the prospect is saying, I'm going to be there, and then they're not there. Like I think it was in the previous episode when I was talking about, or maybe 2 episodes ago, the story of the woman who said she was going to sign up, and then she didn't even show up, and she completely disappeared on me, and how upsetting that was for me, and how I emotionally reacted in a very negative way, and caused me a lot of grief because I just made a bad decision based on me holding on to the fact that this woman was going to join my business. We have to be, now we're, as human beings, of course, we're emotional. We have our highs and we have our lows. We're subject sometimes to the, somebody else's energy, and we can choose, and I think it is a choice, and sometimes it's a difficult choice to make, where let's say you're having the most amazing epic day, and then all of a sudden somebody comes along and they're having a crappy day, and then they totally ruin your day as a result of it, because you're having this great day, they're having a bad day, they brought their negative energy to you, and now you let that negative energy impact you when you could have not. Like the example I gave, 6 or 7 episodes ago, talking about another story, is like somebody cuts you off in a car. You're driving down the street, driving down the road, somebody cuts you off in a car. You got 2 choices. You can get all road raged and get mad, or you can be like, oh, I guess that person's in a rush. Go ahead, like, have at it, man. And it's the same experience. It's just how you respond to the experience that's the difference maker. So I really think it's important, if your objective is to, again, improve, that you've got to learn to focus on the process. I'm not saying that we're not concerned about the result. We want to get the result. Of course, that's the whole objective here, is to get the result, but not being so connected to whether you get the result or not that it takes you out of the game. Because that's another thing that happens so frequently in this business. It boggles my mind how often it takes place, where somebody they do some type of action, and then they don't get the result, and then they're gone. Like, I literally launched a woman, I don't know, like 3-4 months ago, and she did 1 Zoom and then quit. Like, she didn't get the result that she wanted to on the Zoom, or that she was expecting to, and so she literally bailed out of the business. Like, she was in for like a week. So, I mean, there's an example. So if she was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna focus on the process, right? The launch process. Okay, well, that one didn't do so good. Well, how can I do it differently? I'm gonna keep doing it. Okay, I got a little bit of result. Maybe I didn't get the kind of result that I wanted to get, but I got some result. Or even if I didn't get any result, okay, I'm going to do things a little bit differently so the next time I can get a better result. Or maybe I got even just a tiny little result the second time. Well, that's a 100% improvement from no result. And so it's just so utterly important, you guys, like to be so connected to, holding on to this person that's going to join or they're going to be my big person. Like if you join, I'm like, cool. If you quit, I'm like, cool. Like if you decide not to build the business, like let's say I'm prospecting you and you're like, you're in, I'm like, great, I'm excited that you're in. I'm not like flabbergasted, oh my gosh, yes, yeah, oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm counting my money, counting my chips. And then, the same thing is like if you go through the process and you say, no, this is not for me, I'm not like, oh, I'm so sad. I'm going to have to quit the business. I don't know if I can do this. We've got to tether our emotions. And I realize that, sometimes people do things, and I get it. Like look, even as I'm talking to you right now, I'm thinking about different experiences in my life where somebody said something and it impacted me, right? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can, yeah, of course words can hurt, right? But we've got to decide what kind of skin we have. Do we have really thin skin and, anything can penetrate us? Or do we have like rhino thick skin where it's like 3 inches thick and you could throw an arrow into a rhino and never actually penetrates the skin surface? So we've got to be thick skinned. We have to be kind of like, what's another way of phrasing it? Water off of a duck's back. Isn't it interesting? Like ducks are waterproof, right? So if you ever look at a duck's feathers, the water just beads right off of it. It's like, so the water in this case cannot penetrate the duck, just like the experiences that you're having don't impact you in a negative way. Now, if you have a great experience, yeah, take that energy, that positive experience, and isn't that interesting how when you have a great experience with a prospect, it's like, wow, that was amazing. I wish every prospect why isn't every prospect like that? They're open-minded, they're interested, they showed up for the appointment, they were asking great questions, they signed up. Oh, wouldn't it be beautiful if everyone was like that? Well, the truth is, we know not everyone is like that. But we can take that energy, that experience, and we can bring it into the next experience. So if you are going to bring any emotion into the next experience, you want to bring that positive emotion, but not the, somebody who quit your business or somebody who didn't join your team or somebody who said that they were going to do something and then they did nothing. It's so funny to me, from my experience, anybody who's a big talker said, I'm going to be, your biggest worldwide producer, you just watch. I'm like, why did you have to say that? I don't say that out loud to them. I'm thinking to myself, why did you say that? Because guaranteed you'll do nothing at this point. Like, I think it's the curse of network marketing when somebody says, I'm going to be, look out, man, I'm going to be your biggest producer, and then they end up literally doing nothing when they say that. I don't remember a single instance in many, many years of doing this where they talked a big game and then backed it up with actual results. It's the meek and mild that come in. I'm like, hey, we'll see what happens. And then they go blow it up, but they never even said anything. Then they went out and just grew a huge business. Weird how it works like that. But my point here is, again, marry the process. Get focused on the process, that you're focused on the right activities, that you're doing the right activities every single day, and that you're repeating the process, right? You're doing the process. You're focused on the revenue-producing activities, the right kinds of activities that are going to lead you to money. And you're focused, again, on, especially through this series, on improving the things that you're doing in the process. But the result really, you don't let yourself become emotionally down or affected in a negative way based on the result that you're getting or not getting. Okay, that's the important part of this lesson, is that you're focused on the process. If you're focused on the process, if you're focused on the right activity, if you're focused on improving and doing the very best that you can to get better, and you're doing the right activity, the results will follow. But if they don't follow as fast as you would have expected them to follow, and you allow yourself to get down, then it pulls you out of the game, right? And that happens frequently, right? People will get in and they'll work it for a week or a couple weeks or a month, and they aren't where they think they should be, and because they're not where they think they should be, they end up quitting. So that's the lesson for the day. Marry the process, divorce the result. Very important lesson when it comes to mastery of this craft. What's up, YouTubers? Appreciate you guys. If you're on my podcast and you're listening to me on audio, appreciate you, love you as well. Rest of the story, rest of the details are right here, toddfalcone.com/episode 177. Again, TODDFALCONE.com/episode 177. We'll see you next time.